Hi, I'm Liz King Bradley. Really excited to talk to you today about the topic of forgiveness. It's one of my favorite topics in the world because it's the most liberating practice and the most peaceful state of being. So what I want to talk about is, why is it hard for us to forgive other people who we've had maybe a long-standing disagreement with, or we have a grudge with. And here's why. And I'm going to just pull up my board here because I don't have my easel handy. I'm just going to turn this around. Okay. So we see at the top of the board it says forgiveness. And then down here it says, why do we have a hard time forgiving long-held grudges? So first, when those feelings of mercy do come up within us, or maybe we get a better perspective and understanding of a person, we start to feel those merciful feelings. And we start to understand them. And then, here's what happens to stop the progress. Okay. What have I done? Oh, it says and, but it's supposed to be I. Anyway, what have I done? So, it's like in a flash of light. It might even be like a millisecond. We remember all of our behavior, the things that we've said or done or thought or felt, or attitudes that we've had towards this person. And we start to feel guilty. So then we can't forgive them because we have to return to blame in order to justify unkind actions, words, attitudes, and feelings. We don't want to look at the truth. We don't want to admit that we've been unkind, and we want to hold on to whatever it is that they originally did in order to justify our own unkind behaviors. And sometimes it is, you see the bottom there? Oh, we're getting kind of glare. Okay, we have the victim story we use to avoid emotional courage. We refuse to forgive because we would rather hide and justify ourselves in putting up barriers and walls than step out and maybe take a little risk and open up our hearts and open up our lives and our feelings to another human being who will, because they're human, make mistakes and possibly hurt us. So one of the reasons we don't want to forgive is because we don't want to be vulnerable. And there's a really amazing TED Talk. Oh my gosh, I'll post the name of the woman at the end of this. Her first name's Brene, but I can't remember her last name. But she talks about shame, and she talks about how vulnerability is the birthplace of creativity and many other things. But one of the things she talks about is how if we never allow ourselves to be vulnerable, which is what we do when we forgive another person, then we're not exercising courage. And courage is the love of something greater than the fear that you have. So anyway, that's what I wanted to talk today about, forgiveness. Why do we have a hard time forgiving long-held grudges? It's because we want to justify our own emotional cowardice, our own fears and our own reasons for not taking chances and for not stepping out, and or maybe we want to justify our previous actions. In other words, we don't forgive because we want justification for our behavior, words, thoughts, and feelings. And when we do that, we're still making another person responsible for our own thoughts and feelings and our actions. So anyway, that's what I wanted to share about that today. So a really good question to ask when you're having a hard time forgiving is, or even just changing a mindset, is, what do I believe this feeling of resentment is doing for me? What am I using it to accomplish? And when you get down to that reason, a lot of times you just flip that around and it all works out. You don't need to hold the grudge anymore once you resolve that conflict within yourself. And that's all I have today. Check me out at LizKingBradley.com or on Facebook, Liz King Bradley. Check out my page, Liz King Bradley Live Happy Now, and you can get a free tips series, or on my website you can get a free video series, and I'll talk to you again soon. Alright, bye-bye.